Sami Zayn will be able to say that he held the top WWE title longer than Rey Mysterio and Kane. And that's about it, because his challenger for next week has been set. And it's not even next week on SmackDown, it's actually on Raw. For some reason, the SmackDown title is being defended on Raw. We'll talk about all that and more after I talk to you about this world title on my shoulder. If you want to win it and hold it longer than Kane, Rey Mysterio, and Sami Zayn, all you got to do is comment below. You see, I'm giving it away on my quest to quit my day job. At 30,000 subscribers, gonna give it away. How do you win it, you might ask? If you didn't ask, go ahead and ask. Did you ask? Okay, even if you didn't ask, let me answer the question. How to win? All you gotta do is comment below and subscribe to the channel, people, and you can win. It's not a toy. It's a replica, can be yours. I'll ship it anywhere in the world, and even if you don't like the video, please like the video. Helps me out, helps me get in the almighty algorithm. Help me out, please. All right, so we start off with Sami Zayn. He comes out and he's able to soak it in, baby. The crowd is more so loving Sami Zayn right now, and that's to be expected. Even when we didn't even really like Sami Zayn, we could still respect Sami Zayn, and the fact that he won the title, we can appreciate it, even if we don't like his character. I personally like his character. The last good guy character is great and amazing. And he comes out and he says thank you. It's a genuine thank you before he kind of gets into his character of saying, you know what? It's funny that you're all cheering me now because for months you haven't. For months you gave up on me. And I could tell you to kiss my butt, but I won't. And he kind of does that for a little bit. He kind of says what his last good guy character wants to say. Like, you gave up on me, you've been booing me, I could be bitter, but I won't. But he really is, you can tell. And that's good. I was really afraid that they were going to lean too heavy into that pop that he got in Saudi Arabia. I don't want them to lead into that. Let him be a good guy in Saudi Arabia. Let him be a horrible human being in North America. Please do not change this last good guy. And I don't think they are, though. In fact, I think he's going to have more sour grapes next week when he loses on Raw. Okay, so Sami, he's there, and then Cody comes out, and Cody shakes his hand. He's like, I want to be the first to shake your hand, like you were with me in the ring, that is. Oh, by the way, the best part of the show, it was 2 hours. Love 2-hour SmackDowns. In fact, it could have only been an hour with just how lackluster this SmackDown was. But you know, let's get back into this. So Cody Rhodes shakes his hand. He's about to leave. He says, "Yo, Cody, come back here. Why'd you really come out here? What do you want?" And then it's just me, Jey Uso. He comes out. Jey Uso doesn't run it back. He said, it's all about my dog Sami tonight. And they do the thing. They, chest bump Cody Rhodes, looking jealous, wishing he had a friend. And then he's like, all right, Sami, you my dog, but this is your warning shot. Bow. Gotta bring it back to the family. And then Sami goes, wait a second, as far as I'm concerned, I am family. And then Jey didn't really say nothing about that. And Cody, we're friends, but, this is not happening between us. I wish, and then Cody actually even said a good line about, Jey, I don't understand this. What year are we in? Why are you taking orders from the tribal chief again? And this is the thing about Triple H. He will acknowledge his plot holes or shortcomings in his storylines, but he won't actually resolve them. He'll just say, guys, I'm aware that there are plot holes. And then we're like, okay, we'll fix the plot holes. He's like, nah, because literally, why aren't they addressing the fact that Sami Zayn is part of the bloodline? Even though, yes, he was kicked out of the bloodline or he left the bloodline, don't forget the last time it was bloodline versus bloodline, he was a part of that. Therefore, he should still be an honorary Uso on some levels. And when Cody's addressing the fact that why are you with Roman again? When Cody asked Jey that question, it should hold way more weight than someone like CM Punk asking Jey that question. Because Jey and Cody were in the trenches together against the bloodline leading up to WrestleMania 40. So when Cody asked that question, it needs to, Jey should be answering it. And why isn't Jey addressing the fact that Sami Zayn is a bloodline member? A card-carrying bloodline member. I've got the t-shirts. So it's just, but they don't. They just get quiet. They just like, they look at each other awkwardly, and then Sami's like, okay, bye. And then Adam Pearce comes out. Adam Pearce is now acting GM because Nick Aldis and Gunther got into a confrontation after King of the Ring, Crown Jewel. So that's probably your SummerSlam match right there. And he's away. And Adam Pearce was acting like a heel tonight. He was acting like a heel because he was like, I got to be here because Nick can't do his job. He was even on the phone saying, I'll do what I want, Nick. I'll do what I want. You can't do your job. So I'm hoping Adam Pearce turns heel because this right here made no sense right whatsoever. He's like, Sami, I'm going to name your number one contender. And Sami's like, shouldn't I pick my number one contender for SummerSlam or have a say in it? And he's like, who said anything about SummerSlam? Tonight, Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes for the number one contendership match at Monday Night Raw. And it's like, what? Monday Night Raw? This is SmackDown. Why are they having a SmackDown title defended on Monday Night Raw? Last I checked, Roman Reigns is the champion of Monday Night Raw. So, it made no sense. That didn't make any sense. And like I said, how they call it out and then they don't address it. Well, Sami later will go and say to not Nick, Adam, what are you doing? Like, why is this happening? This is a SmackDown. This is SmackDown. And he's like, would you like me to bring more SmackDown people to Raw? That didn't make sense. Come on. I am super happy that Sami Zayn was at least able to hold the title for a week or 9 days. But at the same time, it's like, why are we just running it back? Like, couldn't we have Cody Rhodes, like, do a side quest or something? Couldn't he just do something else for a minute? Okay, I gotta take this call real quick. Sorry, and then It's what, 2 takes, 1 shot? I only work will interrupt me, or if I like spontaneous combust into flames. No, you know what? I would continue. I'd just be burning and anyways, let me just keep going, people. All right, so yeah, Adam Pearce making that match for Raw doesn't make sense. And the fact that Sami Zayn calls him out for it and he's just like, yeah, whatever, unless he's a heel. If Adam Pearce is a full-blown heel now and we just don't know it yet, then it would be fine. Because then Roman is calling the shots and it would track with how Roman has been calling the shots. So yeah, I'm hoping Adam Pearce does turn heel because a heel GM is what is needed, and it'll allow Roman to have even more power because then he could just, tell Adam whatever to do. And that'll help LA Knight as well. LA Knight fighting a heel authority figure will be awesome. Okay, so after this, we have ourselves Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green versus the Baddies. The Baddies win. They pin Chelsea Green. I am glad that Chelsea Green is now mixing it up with the main eventers, but I'll tell you this. Other than Jade Cargill, when it comes to who had the personality in this match, it was Chelsea Green. Like, when Chelsea got the tag in, people were cheering. I'm not saying that Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton didn't get cheers, but there was a noticeable difference of who the crowd really wanted to see. And Chelsea Green just, I don't know. I really wish they would push her a little harder. Now, she is in the midst of a push, but I really hope that we keep going with this because she is entertaining as all get out. Jade will beat her, and okay, cool. That's about it. We will also have, what's her name? I'm forgetting her name right now. It's Lainey something from Fatal Influence. She will eventually beat, Lainey Reed will have a matchup against Brie Bella later, and she will beat her. It's like, I get it, and it's good that Fatal Influence is getting some wins, but I really think that JC Jane should have got the singles win as opposed to Lainey Reed. Now, or we could do crazy and just let Fatal Influence get a bunch of victories, and both of them could have got a singles victory over Brie Bella and Paige. But yeah, so good that they let Lainey win. But I think JC Jane last week probably should have got the win more so because JC's the singles competitor and Lainey right now is a tag team competitor. So it doesn't really matter if she loses. So Paige should have fought Lainey Reed last week, and then she could have won in her hometown. And then JC Jane should have been the one pinning Brie Bella tonight. But okay, whatever. We had a couple backstage segments tonight. Sami Zayn did knock over a water bottle, took a picture with Johnny Gargano. That's great. Johnny Gargano is currently, I think, in month 6 of this long-term storytelling of him just laying down. What a way to collect a paycheck. I know I would sign up for that job in a minute. I'm being serious. I would, but I just wonder if Johnny Gargano is kind of looking at Tommaso Ciampa on the other side, on the other side of the fence and wondering if the grass is greener. Okay, so then we also have Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. They're talking. They're backstage. And then we have Royce Keys go up to Jacob. Jacob doesn't say nothing. No, yeah. And Royce Keys is like, so you're just his errand boy now? Roman Reigns' errand boy? And Royce is like, and then Jimmy's like, this is family. And Royce is like, family isn't blood. Family is loyalty. I've been your day one, Jacob. And Jacob just doesn't say nothing. So I'm all for Jacob actually being in the bloodline, but I am not for Jacob being in the bloodline if we're going to strip him of all of his personality. Like, he should still be crazy and unhinged, and tonight he just stood there. So man. Like, you don't need to clip the wings of your characters, just because something is starting to get over doesn't mean you destroy their character, like Jacob Fatu should still be unhinged, especially when Roman isn't around. Why is he more chaotic when Roman is right next to him than when he's on SmackDown and just, he's kind of chill on SmackDown. He's kind of chill. And they're looking for Solo, and Solo, we don't even resolve that. Solo just wasn't there, I guess. And why didn't Jimmy and Jacob go out and help Jey Uso tonight? Was because Jey Uso was playing up the t-shirt salesman of Yeet guy tonight? It's just like, they're there. Go and help Jey Uso. Roman Reigns, I guess Roman did say that Jey had to do it on his own a couple of months ago, but I don't know. I feel like Jacob and Jimmy should have tried to help Jey per orders of the tribal chief. I mean, Jacob has interfered on behalf of the Usos before because he knew that he could get the job done and Jey couldn't, but yeah, no one interferes. No one interferes. Spoiler alert, Cody Rhodes wins. Like, shocker, right? Cody Rhodes can't even do a side quest. Did I already say that? I can't remember if I said. I think I did. Like, why can't Cody just go and feud with somebody else? Just feud with somebody else for a month or two? Like, no, we can't do that. Can't do that. Heaven forbid. We got to get that title right back on Cody. Though I will say, very happy that Cody was willing to relinquish it to Sami Zayn. So it's kind of a double-edged sword right now with Cody Rhodes. Julia, she's interviewing, say, Blake, if you want to attack me, then, come at me. Let's go. And then Kiana James says, oh, that's rich. Like, you're just gonna, I don't know. Kiana James says something. But then Blake Monroe attacked Julia and says, I'm Blake Monroe. You're going to have to get used to me or something like that. She leaves. Then Kiana goes and starts making fun of Julia, and then Blake Monroe attacks her as well. Now, Blake Monroe is definitely a heel, but it looks like she's a heel without any friends. So that was interesting. That was interesting when she attacked Kiana James, because Kiana James is definitely a heel. So then, what else did we have? Rey Fenix fought Vikingo. I hope that Rey Fenix can get a storyline. One of the biggest downfalls of the U.S. Open Challenge was that there was usually never a storyline attached to it. And I'm really hoping that Rey Fenix can get a storyline because his matches are great. Nobody has ever called into question Rey Fenix and his ability to wrestle. However, the matches are not memorable because there's no story attached to them. So he fought Vikingo. I thought it was weird that we're bringing up one of the main eventers, one of the main villains, one of the main characters of AAA. We're bringing him in to lose to Rey Fenix. So, but don't ever say that Triple H is jealous of Undertaker because Triple H is jealous of Undertaker, so he brings in all of Undertaker's guys and then he squashes them. Yeah, well, it wasn't a squash, but he beats them. That's just me. That's just me with my conspiracy theory hat on. I just don't understand why we bring these AAA guys in to lose, or we don't give them good storylines. or every AAA title being on a main roster, guy. Dominic Mysterio, your AAA mega champion, getting squashed left and right. So I did like, well, I mean, maybe I didn't like this SmackDown. It was, like I said, it was a very lackluster SmackDown. It's like it's almost there, right? It's almost there. And then it just needs a little tweaks. Just needs little tweaks. Like Trick Williams, Little Yachty, they come out. And Little Yachty is now saying that he's the greatest to ever breathe. Right? The ring announcer has to say that. On one level, I like that. I think it's funny and it's great character work. But on the other hand, though, it's like that character, Little Yachty, I don't think needs to be with Trick Williams. Honestly, I kind of would rather Little Yachty go with maybe Ricky Saints right now, or because it's like Trick Williams doesn't need somebody with that massive ego of Little Yachty, because Trick Williams should be the guy with the massive ego. Like, before WrestleMania, Little Yachty was great, and he was playing his part really well, but it seems like every week, Little Yachty does more and more and more, and I don't even hate the guy. I want him to continue to be in WWE, because he's really good as a performer and like a manager, but I don't think Trick needs him, because I think he's starting to take away from the Trick Williams act, because Trick barely talked. It was more talked through Little Yachty here. And I want to hear Trick. I want to hear Trick more. So Trick comes out and Little Yachty, they do their thing. Then we got Carmelo Hayes comes out. Carmelo Hayes as a babyface is working for me. He is really working. I think Carmelo Hayes as a babyface is doing a great job. Like, for real. He comes out, he's getting more and more comfortable on the mic. I'm glad they gave him mic time. Little Yachty, he did make a couple short jokes at Carmelo Hayes' expense. I thought they were funny. So again, love Little Yachty, just don't love him with Trick, because I think he takes away from Trick. Eventually, Carmelo's going to say, I want a match with you. And Little Yachty says, fine, you got a match, but it's not for the title. Which I don't like that, because it probably means Carmelo Hayes is going to win next week in a non-title match, which sets up a title match. Don't like that at all. But I know that Triple H, he likes to repeat his storylines, and the fact that we just had the women's world title lose to Io Sky, I'm thinking that the U.S. champion is going to lose to Carmelo Hayes, which I don't think they should do, because for one, Trick has never lost a singles match yet on the main roster. I just don't think we should do it next week. But I do think we should have Trick and Carmelo at SummerSlam. So then Trick says, I know you like the back of my hand, and then he trick slapped him, which was hilarious. And I was so afraid because Carmelo Hayes just got down on his knee and was like this. And I was like, oh God, please, Carmelo, you're looking so good as a babyface. You need to attack Trick Williams right now. You have to. You can't let yourself get slapped like that and not respond. And then Trick goes out of the ring, and I'm like, oh, this was so close of a good segment. And then Carmelo Hayes leapt over to the ring and did attack him. So great. Carmelo Hayes, I felt looked the best out of all three right here, because I don't think Trick looked bad. I just feel like he needs to talk more. But Carmelo Hayes looked really, really good here tonight. I wouldn't mind if we gave Carmelo back the belt so Trick could bump up into the main event scene. And then let's see what else. I think that might be it until we get to Danhausen, Zack Ryder stuff. I'm not feeling it anymore. This Danhausen plot, theme, whatever it is, I do not like it whatsoever. It looks like now, Miz and Kit Wilson have traded brains, because when the segment was over, they were getting electrocuted, and I think Kit Wilson was saying Miz lines, so I think now they're brains. Now we've done a Freaky Friday. Yeah, I do not like this Danhausen stuff. I know, I like goofy wrestling too. I can like goofy wrestling if it's done in a way that is still plausible. That it's done in a way that the wrestler, you could justify the wrestler being like, oh, he's just so goofy to get in the heads of people, and it works. But like this, yeah, Miz and Kit Wilson wouldn't be playing along like this. It's just, yeah, this is not for me, and it's making me cringe. If I like, I was telling my non-wrestling friends about well, I really don't have any friends, but my coworkers about Danhausen when the Knicks stuff was happening and anything before the Knicks won. I was really praising Danhausen to everybody. Now I wouldn't want to talk about Danhausen. Now I feel like this segment is kind of embarrassing as a wrestling fan. And then it's Jay versus Cody Rhodes. Jay loses, Cody wins, and he goes to Monday Night Raw, and it's like, okay. They should have had Sami Zayn come out and beat up the referee or something, or accidentally knock into the referee. I think we could have done some shenanigans there, but no. Cody Rhodes. Wonder who Cody's going to face at SummerSlam, right? All right, boys. All right, girls. That's your SmackDown. It was a pre-tape. Thankfully, I wasn't really spoiled. I guess looking back now, I heard a comment that makes me think that maybe the Cody Rhodes thing was a little spoiled for me, but at the time, I didn't pick up on it. But other than that, everything was kind of new and fresh. Glad it was 2 hours. If this would have been a 3-hour show, it would have been, laborious. 2 hours is definitely palatable, even if I don't agree with all the storylines. So I'm just going to give this show, I'm going to give it a 5. Just, you could totally skip it, though. You could totally skip it. Just watch, just watch Sami Zayn's segment because, it's kind of nice to see him, soak it all in. So, yeah, that's about it. And then Trick and Carmelo Hayes. I like Carmelo Hayes as a babyface. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. Boys, girls, go leave a hot take so I can do those tomorrow. See you, bye.